staying there, I really, didn't think that I was going to make it. The Marines that were around me, I'm sure that they didn't think I was going to make it either. So, it really shows me that I'm here for a reason. What really made things clear for me was, looking back at my life up to, this point. I always did everything for myself, and I never really took a step back and said, you know what, I just need to start doing things for other people. And I knew that I could do that in the Marines.
My dad was furious. My dad didn't talk to me for like a solid month. He really hated it when I said I was going to leave to go in the military. I'm from Chicago originally. I'm from the South Side. He thought that, the scholarship and education, that stuff that I had would, get me out of the hood, which it did, but I wanted to get farther out than that. I had higher aspirations of that. I wanted to get out of the country. And the Air Force was supposed to be the most intelligent branch of the service. I went all over. I went to Scotland, I went to Wales, I went to... Every time I had a chance to get off, I went somewhere. I traveled somewhere.
At 21, I was just finishing my nurse's training when World War II broke out. In fact, we were on the chow line when over the loudspeaker it was announced that the war had started. Being in the service made me grow up. I was a young girl, just lived home, and all of a sudden you're thrown out with all kinds of people and places that you read about but never saw. It was quite an experience. It's something I'm very happy I did, but I would never want to do it again.
My uncle was killed by a terrorist organization, and I knew at that point that I wanted to fight against those type of individuals. And so I graduated from Ranger School in October 23rd of 2009, and just about 6 weeks later I was in Afghanistan.
Growing up in South Shore, Long Island, you hear about West Point, which is where I was fortunate enough to go to college. I was a junior when 9/11 happened. I distinctly remember being in class. No one was teaching. We were just sitting there watching. Everyone was in shock. Most of the professors there are active duty military. Each one had made a comment to the effect of, cadets, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what this means, but your nation's going to call on you to go serve. I never thought I'd stay in for 10 years, but I enjoyed it very much so, and it was the best job I've ever had in my life and likely will ever have. So I look back on it with just the fondest memories.